YouTube, YouTube. What's good? What's good? What's good with y'all, man? Hope y'all been good. Hope y'all feeling good. Hope y'all getting after it. Hope y'all getting better. Hope we pouring into ourselves. All the above, right? But I got a good one. I got a good one. I asked myself that question. This question earlier. I was watching a podcast, and they asked the question, and that it hit me. So I answered it. I answered it on in the old school way, pen and paper, and I had to sit with those answers and really self-reflect, right? But the question is, who are you without all your bad habits? Strip yourself of all the bad habits, the emotional eating, the emotional procrastination, the emotional drinking, right? The emotional excuses, right? Who's that person? The person that's decisive, that's following their system, that's pouring into themselves. Who's that person, right? Because the thing is, most of us are not afraid to fail. We're afraid of realizing this whole time we could have became this person. Which, granted, everybody has to go through a journey and connect all the dots. Me myself, I had to go through a journey, right? Life took me all kinds of places. Life took me through Crohn's. Life took me through getting going through a breakup and getting fired the same day. Life took me to over the road in a truck, traveling different state to state, sleeping on like a little half a mattress. Like it took me all over the place, right? But through all of that, I gained knowledge and I got experience and I learned who I was. Through each and every stage, it taught me, okay, you're this is where your 2 feet are right now. Can you handle this? Are you gonna fold? Right? So I learned who I was through adversity, which is normal. As a human, especially as a man, that's how you learn. That's why they say every man got to go through. If you're a man and you never got your heart broken, we don't trust you. We don't, because that's a pain that you got to experience. It molds you. It teaches you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, answer that question. Who are you when you strip yourself of all the bad habits, right? Because let's start with the gym, staying consistent, right? Most of the times when people are on their journey, the reason they're not staying consistent is led by something emotional, right? Let's say you're not seeing results, it's something emotional, right? You're not regulated or you're not regulating your emotions so you could stay here. You know what I'm saying? Your emotions kick in, you either go here or you go all the way down here, right? But where you want to be is right here, especially for men. You know what I'm saying? A lot of obese people, right? If you're a plus size person, right, besides a disorder or anything like that, you're emotionally eating, right? You're using food to solve a problem that you're running away from, right? Comfort eating. A lot of people do it. It's America's biggest problem. America's biggest problem. Everybody, the stress levels get high, eat. Okay. Stress levels go up. Yeah, let me find some comfort food. Let me treat myself. Yeah, I'm gonna get some ice cream. I'm gonna get this burger. Now, there's nothing wrong with that every now and then. Every Friday, I have a burger. Every Friday, I have a burger. It's either Friday or Saturday. I'm gonna have a burger with fries. I might make it a double, right? But that's one day out of the week, right? I'm locked in for 5 days, and I'm like, you know what? I earned this burger. I'm gonna eat. That's emotional regulation, right? I'm not eating because I'm stressed. I'm not eating because I'm sad. I'm eating because I earned it. There's a difference, right? Same thing with drinking, right? A lot of people get stressed or they get down. The first thing, oh, I need a drink. Oh, I need a drink. And then you see them when they get the drink and they take a little sip and they're like, oh my God. Like it's just alcohol. Like it don't even taste that good. That's how you know it's emotions. They just wanted to fill that void that they're feeling. Because number one, alcohol, I don't care who you are, alcohol does not taste that good. It does not. Yeah, it can when you mix it with all type of syrups, all type of sodas, drinks. Yes. But then at that point, you're just drinking a cup of sugar or a fancy glass of sugar, right? Now, same thing like I said, there's no knock to occasionally you having a drink. There's no knock to it. You're going out, you have your drink or two, by any means indulge, have a good time, right? But when it's your escape, that's the problem. When alcohol is your escape, when food is your escape, that's the problem, right? Same thing with procrastination, right? Why is it taking you so long to make a decision? Why did you make the decision and you didn't stick to it? It's led by emotions. You're procrastinating because you're filling a void that you don't want to address, right? This is all emotion. 90% of the times when people don't accomplish or whatever they set out for themselves, or they don't become, is because it's something emotional, something that they were feeling that they didn't want to address. They're too scared. I was too scared. I was scared shitless. What do you mean I have to fully change? I'm having fun every Friday. I eat whatever. I drink with the boys every Friday. We do whatever, girls, blase and a third. Change. You're telling me to go on a hiatus? Not do any of this? And then now I have to learn how to control all of it or just don't indulge? Bro, what is life? I was there. I was there. Right? But it needed to happen. If that didn't happen, promise you I wouldn't be here right now. 1,000%. Because I would have never learned. I would have never learned when Crohn's took away that all that time from my life. I would have never learned. And that took almost 5 years. So imagine going through something for 5 years just to come out of it and go right back and not learn. You're defeating the purpose of going through adversity to grow. Right? Whenever we go through adversity, it's a chance for us to slow down, plant where your 2 feet is, and grow. Right? You're being slowed down for a reason. Right? So think about it that way. Whenever you find yourself doing something out of straight emotions, ask yourself, what's causing this? Why am I making this decision? Why do I feel this way? If I'm feeling sad, why is the first thing I think of is comfort food? If I'm feeling stress, why is the first thing, oh, I need a drink? Oh my God. Something on the rocks, a martini. Would be so good right now. And then you get it and you're like, oh, like, why? Just ask yourself why. And like I said before, there's nothing wrong with every now and then you indulge, right? Because like I said, every Friday, I get a burger, right? And every now and then, I might drink some wine, might get a drink on the rocks. Not too into the mixed drinks anymore. But ask yourself, why whenever either I get extremely stressed or I'm sad, why do I find things to overindulge in to avoid addressing the root problem? Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that. I did. I asked myself that question. I got the answers. I didn't like them because basically that told me I was underdeveloped. I still had self-development to do. And that's what people run from, the self-development part. We're placed here to go through things, grow, and experience. All of that is self-development. You don't run from self-development. You sit and understand it and then proceed to take action. You have to self-develop. If you don't, you'd be the same person with a mask through every stage of your life. And you just put on a mask, put on a mask, put on a mask. And you know what's the hardest part about that? You have to keep up that mask because you showed it to everybody. Right? Once you expose that mask, that's what the people expect. And then it takes so much of you to keep that mask on. That's why people stay in depression. That's why people, this is a touchy topic, but it's true. That's why sometimes people off themselves. You know, it's a very touchy topic, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? So that's the topic I was touched with earlier. Felt I'll share it with you guys. Hopefully, you actually, get pen and paper, write this down, answer it truthfully, because once again, if you lie on the paper, you're not lying to me, you're not lying to your friends, you're not lying to your family, you're not lying to your spouse, you're not lying to your girlfriend, you're you're lying to yourself. That's who you're lying to. So if you're okay with lying to yourself, that's another problem. You should ask why. Ask yourself why you're so comfortable lying to yourself. Right? Remember, you do all this to prove to yourself. It's not to prove to John. It's not to prove to Jessica. It's not to prove to your mom. No, it's to prove to you that you're more than capable and you deserve. Right? So I'm going to leave you with that. If you're tired of the bad habits, you want to change, you know you deserve to change, right? You fully sold yourself here because it all starts mentally. You sell yourself mentally, then you find a blueprint, you take action, and then that equal results, right? So if you're at that point, I want to work one-on-one with you. I want to work one-on-one with you. We're gonna address the root. We start with the root cause, address that first, create a system tailored for you, fitness, style, and we're gonna attack that every single day until you come out on the other side. Right? So if that person is you, I have the application below. Fill it out. Let's see if we're a good fit. Or if you go on my Instagram, just DM me the word fly, right? And I'll respond to you. By the way, I say this in every video. I'll be responding to you. You'll be speaking with me. You'll be checking in with me. If we're a good fit, we're buddy buddy on this entire journey, right? So if that person's you, I want to work with you. Let's get better together, and let's keep going. Let's keep growing as men. All right. See y'all in the next one. I'm out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on socials. Peace.